All right, we are live. What's up? What's up, Jenner Squad?
Justin, what?
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm good, man. Jenner Show! Yeah! Excited to be here. Thank you for having me.
Oh, no problem. It's great having you so far.
So far, so good. So far, so good. Good.
So how you doing today, man?
I'm not doing too bad. I got up early. I made some meal prep, did some breakfast burritos in the freezer. We went for a nice walk, got the trail, see the falls, watched a movie, had some drinks, made some dinner. Now I'm here for you. This is beautiful. Good day so far, man. And yourself?
Oh, I've been doing pretty good. Just, had McDonald's earlier, but like,
That's okay. That's good, man. I like McDonald's. I miss McDonald's. McDonald's are good stuff.
Just can't be eating that when you're on a diet,
Well, you gotta be like Bradford Montague. He goes to Wendy's and he eats nothing, just the meat. He orders like one burger and then like you can add on like a patty for like, I don't know, like 50 cents.
Okay.
So we'll add on like 12. That's what you gotta do. Okay. It's all protein.
Exactly.
And then you work off the fat. No problem.
All right. So introduce yourself to the audience, man.
My name is Jocelyn, or I misspelled it on the bottom of my screen. I call it Jocelyn Roar, but I like that. Jocelyn Roar!
I mean, close enough.
Jocelyn
Close enough.
It's close enough. I was just like, oh my God. Jocelyn, that's right. Professional wressler and all-around good guy. That's right.
So far, I can attest to that.
Thank you. Have we met before?
No, we have.
We must cross paths.
I've seen you wrestle at Battle Arts, but I haven't met you, no.
Oh, okay. But I mean, so you saw me from the crowd. I'm sure at one point I was deep in a hole. I was like, and I looked over and I saw your face. I said, I'm doing it for him. I'm doing it for him.
Of course.
This guy, random guy. Of course. So, well, it's nice to meet you then. I mean, we talked a little bit, text and stuff like that beforehand, but good. It's nice to meet you in person, the famous Jenner of the Jenner Show and the other show that you had before with what's her face. So don't worry about it. This is you're on the bigger and grander pastures.
Exactly. All right, so I'm pretty sure the audience wants to know, where do you train, man?
Where do I train?
Yeah.
As of now? Like right now, where do I train?
As a wrestler before or now. Up to you.
Well, okay, so I'll try to make it. I'll make it quick. I won't get into a big long story. So I did train. So if we're talking about wrestling training, I actually had previous training when I was years and years ago, coming out of high school. It was about 2004. I found out about a place called UWA Hardcore. They were a wrestling promotion, independent wrestling promotion, Brampton, Mississauga, Bolton, and they were opening up the wrestling school. I trained there. I trained there for about a year. And I had a couple matches there too. Yeah. And then I kind of moved on to other stuff. I trained at Squared Circle a few years later. I was there for summer.
Yeah.
And I kind of moved on to their stuff. And then I heard about this Battle Arts opening. And at this time, I was like, I was kind of like, oh man, I kind of miss wrestling. I should get back to it. I should get focused. I'm going to get focused this time.
Yeah.
But you know what? I didn't get around to it. I wish I had earlier, but eventually I started training at Battle Arts. I finally got my stuff together. I finally dragged myself to Battle Arts in Mississauga. It was about end of 2016. And that's where I trained for about a few years until all this stuff happened, the pandemic happened and stuff. But I remember the first day I went there, and I went in, and it was about the afternoon. I met a couple of guys. And I said, oh, yeah, I'm here for wrestling training. It's my first day. I'm going to come back. I'll come back and when the class is open. I'm here a bit early. I remember being in my car, and I was just like, you know what, man? You don't have to go back in there. You can just drive off, and you'll never have to worry about anything again. No one will ever know. You just go back to eating potato chips and watching television in your basement.
Yeah.
But I said, no. That's an alternate universe where that's what I did. But no, I went back in with the Battle Arts, and yeah.
So
that's it. Now I train in the garage.
Oh, okay, yeah.
There you go.
Well, I mean, with everything going on right now, it's hard to get anywhere to train, right? So,
what can you do?
Exactly.
You have to, yeah. I mean, nothing's open. You have to. I got fortunate. We just moved. It had a garage. It has just enough space for to work out. So I was able to get what I could to train. And so now it's the Wanwa Training Facilité and Decorative Soap Making Factory in parts unknown, Ontario.
Yeah. Okay, so how is the pandemic treating you, man?
I'll be honest, I've been doing pretty good because a lot of the stuff that we lost, like going out, like, okay, for you, I mean, I'm sure it sucked because you yourself would go out to the bars, you'd go to the clubs, you go out, meet people, you go do all this fun, cool stuff, funky, cool stuff. For me, I didn't really do any of that stuff. I would go to the park, and I would stay at home, watch TV. I didn't even really like going to the movie theater. So it never really affected me all that much. I mean, the only thing that sucks is that if I want to go buy something, if I need to get some pots and pans, I got to order online, and then they bring it out to me in the car, and I got to look at it and like, oh, this isn't what I want. Well, it's really, you can't return.
Exactly.
That's how the pandemic infected me.
Definitely.
How about you? How you been doing?
Oh, it's been all right, I guess. Like, it's just hard not going anywhere or doing anything, seeing people.
What were you doing? So, like, right up until the pandemic hit, what were you? Were you doing school? Were you doing training? Were you doing?
I was actually starting to train at Battle Arts like a couple months before.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I feel so bad. I feel really bad, actually. People like yourselves, I mean, they just started going to the gym, Battle Arts. I know there's a lot of guys starting at Battle Arts. I mean, I saw, and that sucks. I mean, that really is unfortunate.
Yeah, because before. Say what you're saying?
No, sorry.
Also, basically, like, I went to a gym before, and then my sister was just like, "Why don't you just try Battle Arts?" So I was like, "Yeah, of course. I'll just go there." And then I met I think Anna. Yeah, Anna.
Okay, yeah.
And then she said that I can pay $20 and I can just do the starter class. So I just do the starter class and learn roles and everything.
What did you say? You get $20 to do what?
The starter class.
What's the starter class?
It's when you just do roles and like you just do like probably like an hour class with Buck.
What the hell, man? $20? Oh my god! I'm going. Why didn't I get that? Because what did you get? You got the family discount?
I think so. Maybe I don't know. I'm not sure. She just said I was allowed to do it. I just had to sign a waiver.
She just had to sign a waiver. I'll sign anything you want. $20. You got lucky, man. $20. Jeez, that's not bad. How did you do? How did you? How you said you were there for a few months? How did you like it?
It was really good, actually. Buck said I was actually progressing well before everything like closed, and I didn't end up making the last class because I actually got sick, and then I couldn't make it. Yeah. So
that was good. You were able to train with Buck. Buck's very, very good. I liked going. He had the beginner classes, and even though I'm not a seasoned vet, I liked going to his beginner classes. Yeah. I would learn stuff. He was very good at that stuff. He was a very good teacher. I would hopefully when things start up again, you'll be able to go back and he'll be back and all that stuff. You guys will be able to.
Yeah, I just want to go back to training.
Luxury. Yeah. Have you been doing anything during this? Have you been doing any sorts of training?
Not wrestling.
You doing your 500 squats?
No.
What about your 500 squats?
I have been doing 500.
Why aren't you doing your 500 squats, and your judo push-ups, and your rolls? You can roll.
Where though? Where?
Anywhere. You can roll anywhere.
My house is.
You can roll anywhere.
My house is pretty small. I don't have any space.
That makes it more difficult, which will make it better when you eventually start rolling out in the classes. Everyone's gonna be like, "Oh my god, this guy's a rolling master! How did he do it?" Because I fucking So
no, I got like
you could do it.
I got like weights and stuff, and just like a bike, and I do that. Okay. So it's not that bad.
That's good. Yeah, that's good. You do what you can.
Yeah.
I mean, But man, do your one. What's that guy's name? The One Punch Man. Do your One Punch Man workouts. 100 squats, 100 push-ups, 100 crunches, and a 10K run every day.
All right. So my next question is for you. How did you get the gimmick with the kayak?
How did I get the gimmick with the kayak? So how did it happen? Okay, so I remember seeing, who was it? I think it was like I watched the Junction City Wrestling shows. I went to Junction City Wrestling, and I remember who was. I think it was Jody Threat. Jody Threat came out with a skateboard. Okay. And I thought about. I mean, a lot of wrestlers do stuff like they've come out with skateboards. They come out in lowriders, motorcycles, all that kind of stuff. And I thought, what's something I could be different, set apart, that'd be interesting, and no one's ever seen, and something I can do. And I thought, what if I portage to the ring? Portage, basically, you know, when you take a canoe or kayak, you go across the line, then you got to go across the line. You put it over your head.
Yeah.
What if I portage? Because I can't kayak.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Unless someone give me a water slide. Yeah, unless you give me a water slide. Maybe someday.
That could work.
But what if I portage? Yeah, of course it can. Anything can work. So what if I portage to the ring? And I brought it up to Freedom. I brought it to McCrae. I said, "Hey man, I got this idea. What if I have a kayak and I portage the ring? And it's just funny. I got a kayak and we'll have it there, and I can always use it as a weapon or whatever." He seemed to like the idea. He said, "Yep, bring it," and that was it. That's how it happened. And so I just became the kayaker. You know, which you never really seen. When was the last time you seen a kayaker? No. That's right.
I remember I was watching it for the first time at the event, and my mom was dying when she saw it.
Nice. That's it. Like that's what I want. I want reaction. I want people to either go like, I want people to be really happy, really go wow, or laugh or cry or get angry or whatever. So I mean, I got a reaction. That's great. I enjoy it. It is a bit of a pain to have to bring this extra piece. It's an inflatable for those who don't know. I mean, you gotta pump it up and then deflate it.
Yeah.
It is a bit of a pain. You know, that's why someone told me, he says, "Man, you should bring that kayak gimmick everywhere you go. You should go all over the place. You'd make big money, big money." I said, "No, man, it's not worth it.
No, it's not.
It's gonna have to be Junction.
It's
Junction exclusive, you know." And actually, I made a backstory. I said the story is I was kayaking in Killarney. A storm swept over me, and I washed up on the shores of the Junction City. And that's why I'm here, Jocelyn Wan, Junction City, to now find my way back home. The kayaking, you know, because they have a stream nearby. I stole Junction. They have a stream, so it works.
It does work, yeah. Kayaking. So, what's the backstory of your name, Jocelyn Wah?
So, trying to think. So, anyways, my real name, my Christian name is Sylvain Thériault. Sylvain Daniel Thériault. And I thought, you know, I should use Sylvain Thériault. The problem with Sylvain Thériault is you read that, no one would be able to pronounce that. It's just, you know, no one can pronounce it, no one can say it. And Sylvain, there's been a Sylvain before Sylvain Grenier. And I thought, well, it's something unique. Let me think of something. So Jocelyn came from, the story is apparently that was originally what an idea my dad was going to name me.
Okay.
So thinking of kid names for the child, and then my mom said no. That's the story. And I thought, Jocelyn's not too bad, because Jocelyn, you can pronounce that, you can read it. It's French, English. It's unisex. It's unique. I've never seen a Jocelyn in wrestling.
Nope.
People can either make fun of you for it, or they can love you for it. They can understand, relate. Oh, I have a funny name too.
Yep.
You know, so that's where Jocelyn comes from. Originally, I was going to be Jocelyn Dex.
Oh, okay.
Dex, I don't know. It's cool. That's why my
Instagram
name is Dex. Yeah. You know, but then someone came out. They had a name that was kind of similar in how it laid out. So I thought, okay, I got to change it. And I thought Jocelyn Dexter Silvana. I said Jocelyn Dexter Silvana because it sounded kind of like Cedric Bixler Zavala, which is a singer I like.
Oh, okay.
And then they announced me as Jocelyn Dexter. Yeah. And they announced me as Jocelyn Dexter. I said, okay, fine. And then I don't know why it changed to Wa. So Anthony Corelli, he has a thing about, he used to talk to us about having famous last name. So you should have a famous last name. You know, it looks cooler, or you get more noticed. I don't know.
Okay.
And I don't know how Wa came up. I think it came from Patrick.
Yeah, definitely.
And I thought, what about, I don't know. I just probably I remember bringing up some Saturday, I brought it up, hey, Wa or whatever. He seemed to like it because he was like, oh yeah, then you can, you know, when you're doing the punch, Wah, 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 wah.
Yeah.
Probably somewhere in my head, I got Jocelyn and Wah because Patrick Wah was a goalie for Canadians. Jocelyn Thibault was a goalie for Canadians. Yeah. So that's probably how, I don't know. So that's it. It's just a name. It seemed to work. It's easy to pronounce. It's fun to say. There's a race car driver called Jocelyn Wah already. There's an erotic science fiction novelist called Jocelyn. So everything's been done before.
Exactly. That's the problem with life nowadays.
Everything's been done.
Exactly.
Everything's been done. I think with the kayak thing, that was the first one to do that. I don't know.
Probably. In wrestling, probably.
Oh, God, that's what I got. I know I'm the first to have a kickboxing match on indie professional wrestling card. I know I'm the first. Look it up. Try to find a kickboxing match on indie wrestling. You can't find it. You'll find me. Oh, you will. You'll be.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Jocelyn. There you go. That's right.
All right. So, if you remember, how long ago was your first match, and how did it make you feel?
So my first match, if we're gonna go way back, like I said, I had a match at UWA Hardcore Wrestling. This is back in 2004.
Oh.
This is, I don't know, yeah, October. I'm an old man. This is like October, I think. It was they had a GP tournament, Grand Prix tournament. Okay. I wrestled the guy. His name was Osiris, and he was the part owner of UW Hardcore. And I was nervous as hell. Yeah. Nervous as hell. I mean, and I remember coming out there, and everything went by well. There was no curveballs, nothing wrong happened. But obviously nervous. And I remember afterwards for the fans, because they announced me as I was the first graduate. I might be the only graduate of that training program. And the announcer, I remember he gave me the hug, and it's funny because I was like this. And when he gave me the hug, I was just like, so my mouth was on his shoulder, so I gave him a big bite of his shoulder. But I was nervous, Yeah. Now, and going towards, we were, that's an old past history. Think about Battle Arts. My first match with Battle Arts, same thing. Nervous. I'm trying to think when I wrestled the first match Battle Arts. It was after a long time too. I did battle royals and such, but I didn't wrestle until a year after I started training. It might have been Matt Black.
Okay.
I think it was Matt Black. And it went by fine, I think. The match is up there on YouTube on my channel. Make sure you click and link and subscribe and like. And but you know what? I remember probably just beforehand, I had music on. I was listening to some indie pop drama thing. I think it was Maps from Yeah Yeah Yeahs, and just being like, wait, they don't love you like I love you. Just trying to psych myself up.
Yeah.
What a weird thing. Most people listen to metal bro. I'm just so emo like that. But yeah, just nervous. But once I got through it, it's great. Everything worked out well, I think. So
okay.
How did you feel the first time you did a podcast?
First time I did a podcast, how
did you feel?
I was so nervous. Well, technically it was with my sister, so it wasn't as bad. My first podcast with someone that wasn't my sister, I was nervous as hell.
What was your first? Oh yeah. Well, that was good because your sister held part of the, part of the weight of it on your own. It's nervous doing anything, trying anything new. But once you gotta dive in head first, So
it's just when you start going with it gets easier. That's with everything, though.
Yeah, once you get into it, that's all I can say. For anyone who's ever nervous about doing anything, trying anything, of course it's nervous. It's the first time, but
yeah.
I'm gonna try the AMSR. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen ASMR on a live stream, but we'll take it.
Oh, by the way, well, I have a promo that's an ASMR promo. I'm probably the only wrestler to use ASMR in my promo. So.
If you want to say it, go ahead, man.
I will say it. I will say whatever you want. I'm gonna just anything. I'm gonna take credit for everything in wrestling. First ASMR, first kayak, first kickboxing. First, I don't know. I'll figure out something.
First, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know.
First guy to get interviewed on a podcast. That's me right here.
Exactly.
No one has ever been interviewed in a wrestling podcast before. Me.
All right, so
hey man, keep a straight face. You're a professional.
Oh yeah, okay. All right, so
I like your setup.
Oh, thanks, man.
Oh yeah, sorry. So keep going. Say again. I was just gonna say I like your setup. You got the spit guard and everything.
Yeah.
I don't have that.
Well, you have to when you use this mic so much like I do.
I want to get that Blue Yeti. You ever seen that?
Oh
Blue Yeti?
yeah, that's a really good mic. It just costs so much money.
Yeah, but I mean, that's what you gotta do. That's okay. You're gonna make some good YouTube advertising.
Hopefully.
That. Oh yeah. Especially after tonight. Come on. It's gonna be, don't you know, man? There's gonna be hundreds of thousands of people watching this episode. See Jocelyn. Wow.
All right, so do you have any funny stories you want to share?
Funny story. I think I did them all. Funny stories?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Funny stories. Oh, jeez. Funny story. I don't know. Like, I don't know. Every day is funny. It's always funny. Everyone I've met, there's something funny and humorous and amusing. There's nothing I'm sorry. There's nothing I can really think of that pops out in my head right now.
It's all good.
Oh yeah, I don't know. Something will come up.
Yeah.
And we'll put that into the bonus.
Exactly.
The bonus clips.
Exactly.
Funny. It's okay.
All right. So, what are your personal goals and future achievements that you want to finish in the coming years?
To transcend life. Vindication of my life. Listen, everybody does everything to live forever.
Yeah.
Okay. That's why people get into wrestling. They want to, because that's what, when I wrestle and I see those pictures after of me, it's like, oh man, it's the best feeling because that's gonna live forever. That picture.
Exactly.
This podcast, it's gonna live forever.
Exactly.
I'll die someday, but I'm gonna live forever because of this. It's all about transcendence, man. That's why everyone does what they do. It's religion, entertainment, everything. It's just so you can live forever. So I've been doing it. I've been wrestling's been giving that. I would say so. I accomplished a lot. Okay, I got to be on a poster for a wrestling show. I got that done. What else I was able to do? I got to be interviewed in a podcast. I got that done. What else do I wanted to do? Obviously, I wanted to win a title. I'd like to win a championship belt. Although it doesn't really matter. I mean, what does it mean? It's not real. It's just a storyline problem. But at the same time, I would like to win a championship belt. You know who I like? Years and years ago. You know who one of my favorite wrestlers was? Loki.
Loki.
I love Loki. Remember Loki?
Yeah.
Loki had a website. On his website, I used to go to his site all the time, and he had one page about his goals. And I remember one of his goals was to have his own shoe. You imagine that?
That would be sick.
I would love to have my own. because basketball players and all that stuff, they all have their own shoes. A wrestler having his own shoe, he wanted his own shoe, like his own Asics or something like that.
That would be sick.
That would be cool.
That would be sick.
Yeah, it would be good. So I would say, I've already done everything you could do. I mean, so if I would have to say a true goal would be besides, I want to get back in that ring and show them what Jocelyn is all about. Having my own shoe would be pretty cool. I want an action figure, just something else that just allows me to live forever.
That makes sense, to be honest.
Thank you. It does make sense, doesn't it? What about you? What goals do you have, my friend?
Goals I have, I just want to possibly get back in the ring, and hopefully my YouTube channels get better and they just keep growing and growing. And hopefully I can make a job out of this.
Oh, that'd be awesome. You want to get paid? Just get paid. Yeah.
Just get paid to talk to people like you and everyone like that.
Oh, you should just have me on every week. Let's just do this. You know what? Let's not even film it. Let's just do this. I'll give you money. I'll pay you just to talk to me. Just to talk.
I don't think I need to be your therapist, man.
Oh man. Well, maybe you can make money. Well, that's what podcasting is.
Kind of,
You're partly a therapist. You're partly a counselor.
Basically.
People love to be talked. That's why I thought, I said, come on. I'm sure you have so many people just waiting. You got them, you got a big list behind you somewhere back
actually,
there.
Yeah,
all right, this week, this guy, that. Everyone wants to be interviewed. Who's next? Come on, give us the scoop. Who's next?
Who's next?
Just you and me. Just tell me. Just tell me. Who is it?
Well, I'm hoping to get Tempest Brian on the podcast.
Easy.
And possibly Carew.
How did you not get Carew yet?
I don't know. He hasn't.
Carew should have been your first. He hasn't wrote back?
Nah.
Oh, I'm messaging him.
Right now?
I will message him. Carew, what's your problem, you? Caru's a great.
I think Cassandra messaged him.
But I know. Well, yeah, because she messaged me.
Yeah.
And I was just like, does she feel sorry for me? I feel sorry for Jocelyn. Wow. No one's talking to him. I had an idea years ago. I had me and Juan a couple of years ago. We were going to do a podcast. We were talking one day, and we said, "Oh, this is really fun. Us talking. We should just do a podcast." So, but we didn't get a chance to do it. We didn't get around to it. And he went to Japan, and then eventually that idea morphed into some other stuff. Originally, it was going to be about wrestling injuries, and then it morphed into an idea. I said, "You know what? What if we interviewed wrestlers?" But like not behind the scenes. What if we interview them as their characters? So, for example, you have Caru as your first guest. He wouldn't be like his normal like.
Yeah.
He would be like, Caru. So, Caru, how are you doing today? That would be great.
That would be funny.
I put hard. Okay, so I messaged him. He's good going on the podcast.
Okay. Perfect.
Well, you're welcome.
Thanks, man. All right, so another question I have for you. What hobbies do you do outside of wrestling?
I got a few things. I mean, okay, so one, I like going outdoors. I like going to conservation areas. I like hiking, trail running. I used to do mountain biking, but I sold my bike, and so I just do that. Kayaking, of course. I like to kayak. I like getting on the water. My main thing about all that kind of stuff is I just like being away from people. So, I mean, kayaking into the middle of the water is like great. You're as far away from people as you can. Going out into the woods, it's just you and the birds and the chipmunks and such. So I like doing stuff. I like that stuff. I like being outside and active. I play music. I enjoy learning guitar, piano. Actually, we have a piano right here.
Okay.
And
that's pretty good.
How many people played piano on your podcast?
No one. Exactly.
Me first.
First one to ever play piano on the podcast.
That's right. And so playing music, I like reading. I read a lot. Damn, Amazon Kindle kills me because it's so easy.
Yeah.
Got all these books I got to read. The past year I've been trying to do a lot, without wrestling, I'm trying to do new things and trying to fill up my time. One thing I got really into was like video games. I was looking at like game developing things like Game Maker and RPG Maker, stuff like that. But it's a lot of, I know I'm like, coding, I'm at dead zero. Like I'm starting at dead zero. So, but I did also start getting into other stuff like tabletop role-playing games. I started there was a website. You've ever been to a website? It's itch.io. Anyways, it's like Steam.
Okay.
If you know Steam.
Yeah, I definitely.
But it's like a lot of indie. Oh, it's like but it's all indie stuff. Indie stuff. So for some reason, I went down a rabbit hole with that because it's people basically making their own like Game Boy games, all this other stuff, like completely from scratch, and you can play it on emulators and such. And I got into other stuff. They have like tabletop role-playing games. They have there's like 1,000-Year-Old Vampire and stuff. All this weird stuff. I don't know why. I just got into that.
Yeah.
Card games. I started learning card games, Friday Honor and stuff. That kind of stuff. Just things that make me active and good health here and good health up here. And that's pretty much what I like to do in my spare time. But I miss wrestling.
Yeah.
Wrestling I want to get back to.
It's definitely hard doing stuff and being so bored during the pandemic and you can't do anything, right? So
you can't do what you're doing. Like I was doing, that's how it affected me.
Yeah.
You asked earlier, how did it affect you? I said, it didn't affect me. Well, I was actually hiding my true feelings. It did affect me a lot. I was very sad. Because I was, one thing I like making this, because that's the other thing, I like making videos. I like making posts and all that stuff. Wrestling gave me a reason to do that. I can't make promos anymore. I can't make little videos and music and themes and all that stuff. I like doing that. I like play fighting. I like rolling around.
Exactly.
I'm a child. Came from we grew up. We used to play on a trampoline. Did you guys have a trampoline growing up? You guys must have played wrestling.
Yeah, a little bit, like here and there, like on a mattress or on the floor, just yeah.
Oh my god, that hardcore floor concrete for sure. Now we had a trampoline, and I don't understand how anyone could do anything other than wrestle on a trampoline.
Yeah.
What else are you supposed to do?
I used to wrestle my cousins and everything on their trampoline.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Did you have title belts or anything?
Yeah, I actually have one right here. I'll show you.
Oh, let me see.
It's a WWE Championship one.
You got the spinner belt.
Wait.
Yeah. I got the spinner belt too. Yeah. It's I don't know. It's somewhere in a box. But I remember one time I was in college and I was drunk and I met some dude and I was just like, "You're the drinking champion," and I like wrote his name in permanent marker on it. So now it's like some name like Jim underneath my spinner belt.
Yeah, I have a name I'm going to. I think I named it like. Me and my sister used to have like random names. Oh no, it's like I took it off, but like.
Oh, you're able to get it off. I had the original intercontinental title. Remember the old intercontinental title? I had that because we ordered catalog years and years ago. And I was so stupid. Later on, I like modified it to look like a hardcore title. Like I basically destroyed the thing, and that was just the stupid thing. It's got like scratch marks in it, and there's like pieces cut out and stuff like that. Yeah, I don't know. Was that a fly?
No, let's look at the rest of my belts.
Show me your belts.
All of them?
Pull them out.
All right, just give me.
How many do you have?
I have 4.
You don't have to show me.
I have 4. I have this one.
Which ones are they?
This one I got when I was a kid.
Belt?
I have another spinner belt, but like it has thing like this. I don't know if you guys can see.
What is that?
It's it plays music. It's like one I got from like
it plays.
Yeah, I got from Toys R Us.
What does it do? Does like a picture or something?
Let me see. I don't want to get copyrighted, but let's see.
Oh, is that what happens?
Wait, let me see. Oh, it doesn't work anymore.
Oh, that's cool. I kind of saw something.
Yeah, there we go.
I've never seen that. Oh, that's so cool. You should show Buck that.
Yeah.
Buck might want it. Yeah, Buck loved that stuff. That's probably a funny story. Buck and his toys.
Oh yeah.
Buck Gunderson and his toys. I did a toy. I did merch for him once at a show, and yeah, like it's amazing. He just has like so many. I remember he wanted me to come with him to the show because it's like I had a bigger vehicle and you could just put more in it. He would just have boxes of action figures, boxes of magazines, and I remember him. Yeah, so I did the merch for him. I tried to get him I tried to give him as much money as I could.
Yeah.
He never cut me in on the deal on the commission. He never gave me commission. No, but that's the thing. What you got to do on wrestling. One of my earliest memories, I was at a UWA show and they brought Colt Cabana. I think it was Colt Cabana for his first Canadian appearance. At least that's how they build it. And his merch table had, amongst other things, it had a bootleg copy of Macho Man Randy Savage's music album. He had burned the Macho Man Randy Savage album, Be a Man. He had CDRs of it.
Yeah. And
he was selling that for $5, $10 a piece. That's my funny story. Colt Cabana, fucking illegally.
I just
pirate.
One story I have is I wish I had I would have had more belts, but when I was really young, instead of buying a belt, like I had the gray ECW belt.
The silver.
Yeah,
it wasn't good enough to be gold.
No.
It was silver.
So I had that in my hand. I was like, it was the only one they had at Walmart because back then I was like, I didn't buy them like off they're not real belts. They're like just the ones from Walmart, so I can like wrestle my sister. But
the plush, foam, yeah.
So I had that in my hand, and then like my sister wanted a sock monkey because we didn't have one. So then we were young. We were like 6. So like.
I'll message you. Okay.
So
what? Yeah.
So my mom said that you only have enough money for one or the other. So
moms do that.
You know which one I picked? The sock monkey.
Yeah. This podcast is over.
That was my.
No, you made a good choice. Oh, I don't know. That stupid ECW silver belt. That's my God.
It was the only belt they had. So.
Oh, is that right? Oh, everything was also sold out.
Yeah,
I remember that. You'd go to the Toys R Us or whatever, Walmart, and it's like the only belt they would have would be like the European title.
Mm.
Nobody wants a European title. Exactly. We want the world or the Intercontinental. We don't want that European title.
Yeah, like I have
Yeah.
thousands of like wrestling action figures and everything. Like I was a huge wrestling fan when I was young. I don't know where they are now, but
What's your mom probably sold them. That's
no,
what
no,
happened to them. What's the oldest one? Like what's the earliest
I think it was a
like
2007 Undertaker.
oh, is that right?
Yeah,
The
I
one
think
that glows no. I was thinking of the one that glows in the dark, but that's earlier.
no, that cost a lot.
I'm an old man. We have it. We have the glow in the dark one from I don't know what brand it is. You'd have to ask Buck. Buck knows all about that stuff. I mean, other people do, but I remember talking to him about that stuff. He knows all about the brand, what they're called, and all that
Yeah.
stuff. The early stuff we had, like, I mean, when I grew up, I was just kind of born into wrestling. I don't remember when I was like, oh, I'm going to be a wrestling fan. I just remember, like, we had wrestling toys that were older than me.
Oh yeah.
Like we had those old, like those tall rubber things that you can like rob a bank with by hitting somebody with it. Like we had those. We had Hulk Hogan, and we had Strike Force, Rick Martel, and what's his name?
Tito Santana. Yeah.
Yeah, we had the old stuff, and then we had those little ones, and you can like.
Oh yeah. Speaking of wrestling stuff, I actually have a wait, where is it? Ultimate Warrior Cup right now.
Oh, and you have an Ultimate Warrior Cup. That's where you're drinking your. That's where you're drinking your Sizzurp out of. Nice.
Yeah,
wrestling
stuff's just really expensive now. Like I go on eBay and stuff, it's like thousands of dollars for like I think my sister was looking at old wrestling cards, and they're like $1,000 or like $100 each.
Wait a minute, the old WWF trading cards?
No, there's ones from like 2008 or 2009 that's like Kane and Shawn Michaels and everyone. They're like $100.
Those?
Yeah,
those are $100.
Yeah.
Like we have wrestling cards from like the 80s, man.
Those are probably worth a lot more.
Oh my god. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's collectors. It's supply and demand if they have them. What about those? What do I have? I have like these metal discs.
Oh yeah.
And it was a wrestler head with a magnet, and you're supposed to like do this, and they would pick up the disc, and you win that disc. You remember those?
I've kind of seen them. Like that's kind of like before my time, but like I haven't really seen too many of them.
Do you think those are worth a little bit of money?
They might be.
Oh my god, I could buy myself a brand new kayak. Ooh, this has been great. I'm learning so much.
That's the point of this podcast. We gotta make sure my guests learn something.
Yeah, I was just saying, like, you gotta make these podcasts, because I watched some episodes, and just like other podcasts, it's like, you just talk and blah blah blah, like hello, blah blah blah. No, you gotta do something amazing. You gotta like sell some stuff, play some music or whatever. I was thinking about cooking. We just cooked dinner right before this. I said maybe I should wait until we do the podcast, and then you can watch me cook while I answer questions.
I mean, that would be something.
Another time, I'll be your first
cooking
two-time guest and cooking guest. Doing the first, Jocelyn, number one. Doing number one. I can't spin, otherwise this thing's gonna choke me.
All right, so
man.
You got anything else you want to share, or anything else you want to say?
Anything else you want to share? I don't know. No, I don't know. I guess. Well, when I was a young boy, I saw a man get murdered.
Oh, I do have one more question. So,
okay.
So this is probably gonna be the final question. So, how do you stay in shape during like the pandemic?
How do I stay in shape? I was fortunate. I had a decent enough sized balcony and dumbbells. I had 2 45-pound dumbbells. Okay. So I was basically just doing as many dumbbell exercises as I could. I couldn't get big. I couldn't get like big and huge. I'm not like Matt Black with his friggin' squat rack in his library. He's just doing like 500 pounds squatting like a jerk or whoever else. I have to look at conditioning. And like I said, I got enough space now. I got kettlebells. Kettlebells is my one big thing. From Battle Arts, I got a lot of stuff I learned about conditioning, working out, as opposed to the usual pumping and running and stuff like that. Kettlebells is one of the big things. I love kettlebells. It's getting strong. I got best shape from doing that and medicine balls. Love my slam ball. I got a 50-pound slam ball, and I just slam that thing. And that's basically my main thing. It's just I don't really take supplements. I probably should. I don't know. I don't eat well. I probably should, but I don't do too bad for a guy who doesn't eat well and doesn't take supplements. And but that's my thing. Yeah, slam balls, kettlebells, run, and
kayak.
Kayak. That's my man. That's my man. You're gonna be my man when we come back out. You're gonna be my second man. You're gonna be my split star. Yeah, that's you.
I gotta go to all your shows when you come back, man. I gotta go to all your shows. I'll be your number one fan.
Oh, we gotta start. We gotta get back to this. I've mentioned this before. I'm gonna start my own promotion because I got 2 shots. I'm done. I'm ready to get back into it, but no one else is. So I'm gonna start my own promotion. Ring of Sylvan, Ring of Jocelyn. Sylvan is a special word for forest. That's why I said Sylvan. Ring of Forest. And I think your sister can join. I think she's okay to go. We need a woman. It's the token female wrestler.
Hey man, once we get our second shot, maybe.
Oh god, stupid. It's so
I know.
It is what it is. Yep.
All right, so I actually have one more question.
Oh, jeez. Oh, come on. I hate being asked questions. More questions. So many questions.
So who would you say is your favorite opponent that you wrestled at Battle Arts?
Oh, shoot. At Battle Arts. Okay, I got an answer. I'm going to say everyone, I'll be honest, with the exception of 1 or 2 who I don't have very good memories about. Let's be honest.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to name them, but they can figure out who they are. Everyone, I had a good time. I mean, listen, who am I? I mean, I'm no one. So, I got a chance to wrestle. I had a good time. You guys, we did well. No one got hurt. It's great. My favorite memory, though, the memory that really sticks out is our dear friend Karu.
Okay.
And the reason I said Karu, we had a match. It might have been a tag match. He probably doesn't remember it. This is probably nothing to him because he's a seasoned vet. But for someone like me, this was very special. We did a couple spots in the match. Like, for example, one thing was like maybe I was fighting back and then I went to go for a tag and he grabbed me and did a slam or whatever. And what was so special about that was the fact that we never went over it beforehand. Everything was just natural. Yeah. Everything happened. It was just instinct. It just made sense. And it was such a good memory for me. It was probably my favorite moment in wrestling. It was probably my favorite moment with him and anyone because it showed. It's just like they taught us, like you don't have to go over everything. You react. It's give and take. You react to what happens. And it was so great because we were both, this happened a couple of times. I think 2 matches. We had 2 separate matches. And the same sort of thing where there was no talking. This was not a planned spot. It was just me doing something and me thinking, okay, it would make sense for him to do this. And then he did it because he probably thought it's making sense for me to do this and he would probably know that. And vice versa. And that's what makes wrestling so great. Those times where it's like, and that's what you ever hear when you see interviews with like Stone Cold and The Rock. And they said, oh yeah, our match at WrestleMania, we didn't go over anything. Oh yeah, 20, 30 minutes. No, it was just us just going, by the crowd and stuff like that. So I'd say that's probably my favorite memories match. What was the question? My favorite opponent or favorite? So I guess it would be my favorite opponent. They're all my favorite opponents. They're all great. They're all great. But like that's probably special with Karu. Just a couple matches I had with them. I mean, if I had to pick a favorite opponent, it would have been just because of that. But no, they were all great. I mean, everyone's a great opponent. That's all. Anyways. All
right. So that's pretty much it for the podcast. Would you like to share any of your social medias?
Social media, Instagram, Jocelyn_Dex, Twitter, Jocelyn_Dex, Facebook, Jocelyn was a wrestler, SoundCloud, Jocelyn was a wrestler, YouTube. I don't know what the link is on YouTube, those stupid links. I don't know. Just look up Jocelyn Dexter, Vimeo, Jocelyn Waugh, Vimeo, Tumblr, jocelynwaugh.tumblr.com.
Tumblr still exists?
What else I got? Yeah, Tumblr. Damn you. Tumblr's great. Memes and everything. They don't have any of that sex stuff anymore. That's the only thing. It's not as dirty as it used to be.
That's good.
Yeah,
That's
Tumblr,
good.
man. I don't know. I just needed a website. I was just like, Tumblr. Fine.
Makes sense.
Tumblr's great. JustAwa.tumblr.com. Flickr. I'm on Flickr too. What else?
I've never seen Flickr.
You've never seen Flickr? I'm like, no one uses. It's like Vimeo. No one uses that stuff anymore.
It's like MSN.
Yeah, Jocelyn.
Like MSN.
Oh my God, is MSN Messenger still around?
I think it's still around. No one uses it.
I should look up. I bet my last MSN Messenger name is probably like the chorus lyrics to that City in Color song. It's probably the lyrics to a City in Color song. What's that song? Oh my God. The one with the angel.
That's going to bother you now.
I'm going to look it up right now. Hang on. Don't go anywhere. Don't go.
I don't really have a choice.
Don't you dare. Don't you? Oh God. No, it was never ending like white lights. Never. I can't spell it. Never ending white lights. What was the song? The Grace. The Grace. Yeah, it's lyrics. The Grace. Okay. Anyways.
All right. So, is that all your social medias?
Let me see. Hang on. One sec. Remember that song? That was a nice song.
I don't even think I know the song.
Hang on. Flickr, Instagram, SoundCloud. Oh yeah, and check out it's One Watt. This is the going away song. Check out onewallwrestling.tumblr.com. Check out anchor.fm/onewallwrestling, the only wrestling podcast with absolutely no content because we never got around to doing it, but we will someday.
Exactly,
it will happen. One Wall Wrestling. And that's it. Yeah, man. Sorry, I took so much of your time. Am I like the longest guest you've had?
I think so, yeah.
First, number one, Justin Wah!
That was perfect.
Yeah, just, you know what? Just don't even say anything. Just fade out.
All right. So that was Jocelyn Wah, and he was very interesting. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the podcast, guys. If you guys liked it, please give it a like, please subscribe, and we'll see you all next time. Bye, guys.